Today we'll be reviewing who the best players are for each team that qualified for the Euros. From Italy, we believe Insigne is the best player. We think he's qualified to be their best player as he has scored 13 goals and had 4 assists. This is not that great of an output, putting him in the decent tier, but it is the biggest standout performance in a poor team. For Switzerland, Jan Sommer takes the cake and goes to great. He has been Gladbach's best player and surpasses the likes of Shaqiri and Xhaka. Hakan Çalhanoğlu has been Turkey's best player, but that is not as great as it sounds, as he is the only Turkish star that has had an average season. For this reason, he goes in the poor tier. Gareth Bale is Wales' best player, but he's been poor as he has only one purple patch of form right now. This could change, but he goes in the poor tier right now.
For Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne is the best player. His form for Man City has been great once he returned from injuries, as he is amongst many stars on the Belgian national team. We put him in world class, even though he's been injured for a lot of the season. Schmeichel is Denmark's best player, and is a very influential player in Leicester this season. The Fox is a third, and he's a big part, which is why we're putting him in great. Lukas Hradecky, Finland's best player, is been decent, conceding the third least goals in the Bundesliga, but that changed as scripting was done a bit earlier. This feat definitely puts him in the decent tier, but he hasn't really done much other than that. Golovin is our second bad player, as he has also not made waves in the French league. Come on, Golovin, you gotta do better. You're a World Cup star for your team, and you still can't cut it in the French league? Come on, you have to go in bad.
Sabitzer has been poor this season, as he has not stepped up to fill the role of the star when Werner left. He has only had 7 direct goal contributions, so he goes to poor. Netherlands' best player is De Vrij, as Van Dijk is out. Being the leader and rock at the heart of league leader Inter's defense, he finds himself in the great tier. Alessowski also goes in bad due to him being the worst out of everyone here, but is North Macedonia's best player. To cap Group C, Ukraine have Zinchenko, who stopped playing for City, but he is still class, so he gets to go into the poor tier.
To start off Group D, Kramaric is Croatia's best player. With 14 goals and 3 assists in the Bundesliga, Kramaric outclasses many veterans like Modric and Rakitic, even though it's a controversial take. Kramaric is also 5th in the Bundesliga scoring charts, so he finds his way into the decent tier, as many players in this list are just of very high quality. The Czech Republic's best player has been Souček, who makes it in the great tier. Souček has been one of the best players in the Premier League and deserves a spot. Harry Kane has to go in world class, and there's no explanation required. If you watch soccer, you'd know why he goes there. For Scotland, we have Andy Robertson. He's had a poor season, and he goes in decent as he's still a class player, but isn't nearly at the level he previously was.
The 5th group starts with Poland, whose best player is Lewandowski, who is currently the best player in the world. Lewandowski easily goes in world class, no questions asked. Skriniar is a tough one, as he is part of a rock-solid back line, but isn't world class, so he'll have to settle with good. Spain's top player is easily Ramos, with the team aging and many players being decent La Liga players. Ramos has been very good this season, but Real Madrid are bad, and they're in La Liga, so he goes in good. Sweden's line Ibra has gone to world class. When he was fit, Ibrahimovic was always scoring and had 15 goals in 15 Serie A games. That's world class, no questions asked.
The final group, the group of death, features Germany, Hungary, France, and Portugal. Germany's best player, Joshua Kimmich, is world class, as he's one of the best players in the world. For Hungary, it's gotta be Gulacsi, and he goes in great, as Leipzig have had one of the best defenses in Europe, and they've also conceded some of the least goals, and he's had many clean sheets. For France, you have to go with Mbappe, and he's a world-class player without any questions asked. Finally, Ronaldo goes in the world-class tier. Putting Portugal's best player in world-class was an easy choice. However, picking the best player was a super hard choice. Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Dias, and Ronaldo have all been great this season and have had brilliant performances throughout the year. However, we had to stick with the old faithful CR7, but that might change as we approach the Euros.